Bonjour, mes téléspectateurs, and welcome back to America What the Heck. Our three topics for today are an update on Flint, Boko Haram, and Einstein and black holes. I'm a little excited about that last one. Anyways, what's up with Flint, Michigan? Well, first I'm going to explain what exactly caused the lead poisoning. When the Flint River became the primary source of water for the city in 2014, quote, officials failed to add corrosion controls to prevent the pipes from eroding, end quote. The corrosion led to the pipes, well, for lack of a better term, leaching? Yes. Lead. Now that the Flint's water source has been switched back to Lake Huron, the poisoning is beginning to decrease ever so slightly, but the pipes themselves are still leaking and still eroding. The mayor of Flint has proposed completely replacing all of the pipes gradually, while also using phosphates to coat the pipes. However, Mrs. Weaver, the mayor of Flint, estimates that it will cost $55 million, which is not in the senator's budget for fixing Flint. And it's also a major issue for the struggling city of Flint. No one has that amount of money. It's a little scary, but I mean, at least the government's finally looking at Flint as a crisis. Because it is a crisis. When your kids are having developmental issues and having issues with their organs because of the water they've been drinking, the water they've been given, that's a problem. That is a major issue that you should focus on. And I'm glad our government has finally put an emphasis on this. Okay. Now on to Boko Haram. Well, in Africa, there are some huge issues, especially in Nigeria. Currently, there's a, quote, I'm going to say the exact title of the thing, Boko Haram trend, use of female bombers. Oh goodness. Boko Haram is a radical Islamic group that has been kidnapping women and girls and boys as young as 8 and using them on their suicide bombing missions. And recently, 3 girls were sent to a Nigerian refugee camp, a government-run camp in northern Nigeria, and 2 of them detonated their bombs, which killed not only themselves, but multiple others, I think in the 770s? Yep, 58 people and wounding 78. Yep. Well, thankfully the 3rd girl did not detonate her bomb. And the theory is that she didn't do that because she saw her family and realized that she could be safe and she could live with them and she wouldn't be alone, that they weren't dead. So, I'm glad that she found them. But still, the fact remains that, quote, the United Nations estimates that since June 2014, Boko Haram has deployed 100 abducted women and girls for attacks once carried out by men. The group has also used boys as young as 8 for suicide missions, end quote. Oh my goodness. And it doesn't help that the girls' religious garments, are really easy to use to mask or to hide the explosives. That's actually a quote from the thing, the quote, their religious gowns double as hiding places for explosives, end quote. Oh goodness. The worst part is that these girls are being raped by Boko Haram men. And one of them, quote, in the past, girls rescued from Boko Haram have said that they were raped repeatedly, with some reporting that they thought that they were being impregnated to create a new generation of Boko Haram fighters, end quote. Oh my goodness. No, so not only are they being essentially brainwashed, but they're being raped repeatedly, which is in itself a horrible, horrible experience. Especially, you're kidnapped, you're then raped, and then you're sent out on a suicide mission. No, it's awful. Oh, goodness. And, quote, many experts on Boko Haram say that women and girls who are deployed have been brainwashed or are simply unaware that the devices that they are carrying that can kill them. Which, oh, goodness. I don't understand how they can think that, how they can believe that this thing that they're carrying that they know, well, maybe they don't know will kill people, will kill them as well because of their proximity to the bomb. However, quote, others say that some of the women and girls forcibly married to Boko Haram members, forcibly married, support the group's cause of insurgency against secularism and the creation of a strict Islamic state, end quote. It's horrifying that these people, the Boko Haram group, who have perverted Islam. Islam itself is a beautiful religion. If you ever read the Quran, if you ever think about doing it, do it. Go do it. I've only read sections, unfortunately, because I haven't had enough time to read the entire thing, which I would love to do. Obviously translated, because I cannot read Arabic. I would like to, but I can't. But these poor girls are being forced into this group that have just perverted this beautiful, absolutely gorgeous religion. And the thing is, to me, it's really interesting that we have put such an emphasis on this over the past 30 to 40 years against the Middle East. Islam is not a horrible thing, and we've put so much, it's not racism, but so much hatred towards those who practice Islam, when it's only small people, members, so small groups of Islam that have turned their backs on this beautiful religion and committed horrible sins, horrible acts of violence against others in the name of Islam. I mean, if I was judged based off of a Christian bomber, if I was based off of Ireland, I am Irish, but if I was based off of that horrible thing between the orange and the green, the Protestants and the Catholics, if I was judged for what those people had done, what technically my ancestors had done, then I would feel horrible. So, and no one judges me for my ancestors, my religion's things, because we put too much emphasis on Islam. And yes, everyone remembers 9/11. Okay, great. But no one remembers some of the things that Christians have done. Some of the horrible bombings. Like, there was a train bombing, I believe, by several Christian members, or at least one Christian who murdered all these people in the name of Christianity. And we don't remember those dates. We remember 9/11, but we don't remember the date that he went and did this. And I just think it's awful. I think it's despicable that we've put such an emphasis on hating this one religion. Islam, Christianity, and Judaism are all connected. They're all beautiful religions that preach peace and love and acceptance, and yet we have perverted them to, we perverted Islam. We only now see Islam as this horrible, religion that, murder people, murder. No, it's not. It's not about suicide bombing. It's not. To those people who have perverted it, to those who've been brainwashed by the perversion of Islam, it is, but it's not. The actual Quran states, you shall not kill women, and you shall not kill children. You shall not kill the elderly. You shall not destroy temples and churches. You shall convert those people to Islam, but you will not kill them if they do not convert. That's not how it's supposed to be, and yet they've changed it to being awful. Oh, goodness. It's bad. I'm now going to end this on a lighter note because I need to feel happy and smile. So, Einstein and black holes. So, Einstein, recently there was a occurrence that proved the last part of Einstein's general theory of relativity. Two black holes were observed orbiting each other and then colliding, proving his theory, and I'm super excited about this. There's this program and a satellite that's developed by this program that watches the universe, essentially, and there was a faint little chirp from the two black holes colliding that proved this. And yes, it was recorded at 4 a.m. when no one was there, no one was awake, but the computers caught it. The computers recorded it, and oh my goodness, black holes, they were super excited. And I highlighted this a lot because this isn't even this is just one of the pages. There's another one. Yes. Science geek. Oh my goodness. So Einstein announced his theory in 1915, and there have been many scientists behind him, like after him, who developed that theory more and tried to prove certain things. But then this experiment known as initial LIGO proved his last part of his theory. So yay! Oh my goodness. Quote, on September 14th, the system had barely finished being calibrated and was in what is called an engineering run at 4 a.m. when a loud signal came through the Livingston site. End quote. Quote, the frequency of the chirp was too low for neutron stars, the physicists knew. Detailed analysis of its form told a tale of Brobdingnagian activities in a far corner of the universe. The last waltz of a pair of black holes, shockingly larger than astrophysicists had expected. One of them was 36 times as massive as the sun, and the other one was 29 times as massive as the sun. Oh my goodness, black holes! They can orbit each other and collide, and it's a real proven thing now, and science! Oh, I'm excited. So now astronomers can now know that black holes do exist, but they're trying to figure out how to explain how they got so big. And I'm just astonished and baffled and excited that they've proven his theory, and there's science! Oh my goodness. I'm so excited about this because physicists have now proved that Einstein was right. So he's even more of a genius now. Okay, on that happy note, I'm going to leave you all tonight, and thank you for coming back and watching America What the Heck. Yes. Hope you enjoyed this little bit about a little update about Flint, a little bit of stories about from Africa, and Einstein was proved correct. Yes. Good night. Good news and good night.